And what I worry about Trump is, you're right. I read, it is astounding back in the 1780s when these guys wrote the Constitution, how perceptive they were.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, they said...
Their understanding of human desires and the power and all the corruption.
Exactly.
Pretty amazing.
What Bernie's doing here is actually a decent way to kind of get the attention of right-wingers who are acting in good faith, You talk about the founding of this country, you talk about the framers of the Constitution, that's stuff that right-wingers love to glorify. And so if you can bring that up and they're actually going to engage you in good faith, it might get their attention. Like, hey, we're concerned about Trump and his behavior with respect to the founding of this country and the stuff that the founding fathers were worried about. And we're afraid that the stuff that they're worried about back in the day was flaring up again.
And they wrote that having just fought a war and won a war against the most powerful despot on earth, the King of England, right?
Right.
And I think in the back of their minds were saying, all right, we just beat the King of England, absolute power. How do you create a new country which has checks and balances so that nobody ever has that power
Right.
again? And I got to say, I mean, one of the things, and there's a lot of arguments about Trump, that worries me very, very much is this movement toward authoritarianism. And going after media, suing media, taking away the authority that Congress has.
When you say suing media, are you talking about the CBS lawsuit?
Among other things.
Right, but don't you think there's a real issue with what they did?
No.
You don't think that there's a real issue in editing conversations to give someone an answer
Joe,
that's different than what they really answered?
Joe, I've been on 8 zillion shows, right? In my life.
Okay.
Now, should I sue you if you ask me some stupid question that I don't like, right? Or that...
Yeah, exactly. And suing someone over an interview with another candidate, that's totally ridiculous. Saying, oh, you edited it to make her look too good. What on earth are you talking about? Totally ridiculous, totally authoritarian, total violation of the free press. And yeah, it's bullying. Sometimes he knows he's just got a frivolous claim and that he's going to lose. But, he does it anyway. And sometimes he ends up winning because ABC tragically settled with him when they shouldn't have.
You do something. Should I sue you?
Yeah, but that's not what he's getting.
Well, he has sued ABC.
Mm-hmm.
He has sued Meta. He is suing the Des Moines Register because of a poll that came out during the campaign that he didn't like. All right. He is suing CBS for this Kamala Harris interview. So do I think I cannot tell you the number of stories done about me that were not good stories,
right,
that were dishonest stories. That's what a free press is about. You don't like it, you got to live with it. All right. You do something, I'm not going to sue you, Joe.
Right, but it's not that simple, right? Like, let's not talk about Trump, but let's talk about another candidate. Let's just imagine there's someone on the right and someone on the left, and there's a concerted effort to promote this person that's on the right. And so the polls are rigged, or these are funded polls that make it look like this person on the right is winning by a substantial margin. And what this does is decreases the motivation that people have to come out and vote against them.
That's happening.
So it's fake.
That's not what happened with the Seltzer poll. If anything, the Seltzer poll would be helping Trump because it would be showing Harris in the lead and Donald Trump losing, and it would motivate Trump voters to come out and vote for him. What on earth are you talking about, Joe? You got schooled by Bernie Sanders on this issue. You tried to defend authoritarianism and you failed. You failed. Bernie Sanders explained to you, and he had Bernie Sanders on about 6 years ago, but now he's being more adverse with him because Joe has become part of the MAGA cult, basically. He's become Trumpified, and Bernie Sanders schooled him. He schooled him. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. This is the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.